Very cheerful good morning, all of you. Today we'll study Rain on the Roof by Kurtz Kinney. I would like to begin today's class with a wonderful thought. I need the seasons to live to the rhythm of rain and sun. Rain showers my spirit and waters my soul, said Emily Logan Dickens. As you all know, rainy season is most of the beautiful season and everyone likes it. Everyone has beautiful memories of their childhood about the rains. You all can recall your childhood memories about the rainy season, that how you were enjoying getting wet, dancing in the rain and playing in the puddles, making paper boats and even not listening to your parents and those who were not allowing you to go in the rain, but you always wanted to enjoy the raindrops. See how beautifully Rabindranath Tagore expressed his views about the rain. Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. How wonderful thought it is by Rabindranath Tagore. Let's begin the poem Rain on the Roof. As title of the roof itself suggests that it is about rain, and the article the before the roof makes it a specific roof. Now whose roof it is? So it's the roof of poet's house. Thus the title is very apt as it is suggestive of the childhood memories of the poet about rains. The rain has a magic like effect on him every time it falls on his room. And lying lazily in his room, he listens to the sheer music of the rain. It triggers 1,000 dreamy fancies in his mind, and thousands of memories come alive when you are happy, when you are enjoying. So what happened? You all start recalling your beautiful and lovely memories and people. So here in particular, the memory of the poet's mother putting her children to sleep at night is indelible in his mind. Every time it rains and the poet relieves the golden moments of his childhood. Thus, the title of the poem can be termed very appropriate. Let me introduce with the central idea of the poem. The theme of the poem is the healing power of the rain. The musical sound of raindrops falling on the rooftop at night has the ability to revive sweet memories and rouse fancies in an otherwise busy mind. Now everyone, those who have been grown up, they have many responsibilities. They have indulged in many different kind of professions. They have professional responsibilities, their own family responsibilities, and under those many times we neglect these all beautiful natural phenomena. The rain thus soothes and comforts an overworked mind by taking it back to its lovely past. So here rain has the soothing power to make us comfort, to make us forget for some time about our responsibilities, and we can even enjoy the beauty of the nature. We can enjoy again dreaming and recalling our beautiful past memories. So some of our best memories in life are associated with rain. So here the poet became childish once again when he heard the petting sound of raindrops on his roof. Let's begin stanza 1. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres and the melancholy darkness gently whips in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Now here the humid means lot of moisture present in the atmosphere. During the rainy season, sometimes we feel suffocated due to excess amount of water droplets in atmosphere. Shadows hover. Here shadows is referred to the dark black clouds which brings rain, and hover means moving around. Melancholy dark black clouds which brings rain, and hover means moving around. Melancholy means sad, bliss means happiness, cottage chamber means the bed, patter the sound of the water droplets on the roof. Here the poet says that when the sky is full of clouds which are moisture laden and are full of water and are about to bring rain, when such clouds hover around or move around in the sky, overall the stratospheric means the sky at night time which is full of stars. So at that time huge clouds which are full of moisture move around in the said darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops which seem like tears falling from the sky. So here poet is comparing raindrops to tears, and he says that the dark sky which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and the raindrops are the tears shed by it. He adds that it is like a lie on the bed in his room. Cottage chamber means bedroom, and listens to the sound by raindrops falling on the roof. So he himself is talking that he is lucky, he is happy, he enjoys lying on the bed and listening to patters happy raindrops on the roof of his bedroom or the house. Raindrops on the roof. Stanza 2. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now here tinkle means short light ringing sound. Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles which are usually used to cover the roof. Echo, repeated sound of anything. Here it refers to repeated sound of patter, raindrops falling on the roof. Woof, here woof, air threads into woof. Woof means it's a kind of thread which is woven on the loom to weave a cloth. And patter, as you know, the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof. And busy being, here busy being refers to human beings. Especially in this stanza, poet is referring to himself that he is a busy being. How it is busy being? Because every human being, here the poet is referring to himself as a busy being, because when we become little older, we have so many responsibilities and we make ourselves busy in doing all our day-to-day activities. So our mind and soul is quite busy. The poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his house. He says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. Whenever he hears rain falling on the rooftop, the sound repeats in his heart, and in his dreams he has many different fanciful imaginations. See, whenever we feel happy, whenever we start enjoying nature, so what happened? We again go back to our childish living, and when most of the child are busy in dreaming and imagination, they have so many dreams. Every day they have new dream and new imagination. Even from the very silly things, they create something new, they innovate more. Why? Because their brains are refreshed. So when we enjoy, or when the poet hears to this better sound, he goes back to his childish, and then he start dreaming. Then all the fanciful imagination come back. He adds that this sound of the rain falling on the rooftop creates many new different dreams in his mind. He recollects many memories of the past which come back into his mind as dreams. So he says that as he listens to the patter of rain upon the roof, he has many new dreams, and the memories of the past come back in form of dreams. Stanza 3. Now in memory comes mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Here, the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother, as he had told in the previous stanza that rain brings memories of the past, memories of his childhood. So it is the memory of his mother who is no longer alive with him. Mother is no more. So in the past, she used to love him a lot. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. He shares here that poet's mother was not bothering him for waking up early. Sometimes she allows him to sleep till the daybreak for being a sweet dreamer. Okay, so mother usually do not ask him to wake up early, and even she allows him to sleep till the daybreak, and she wanted that my children should have sweet dreams. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. The sound of the rain makes him correlate his past with the present. That is why the poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. Whenever he hears the sound, it brings back the memory of the past, and he reminded of his mother. How was the mother? Mother was allowing him to sleep and dream. Hope you enjoyed the poem. Now let's discuss poetic devices. Alliteration, as you all know, it is a poetic device in which the consonant sounds are repeated in words that appear together. So here in the phrase lie listening, the T sound is being repeated. In the phrase starry spheres, the S sound is being repeated. In the phrase humid hover, H sound is being repeated, and press below, the P sound is being repeated. Darling, dreamers, the D sound is being repeated. So these are alliteration. Next is personification. As you know, it is defined as a poetic device that involves using a human quality to describe a non-living thing or object. If you will see here, melancholy darkness and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof are personified. Next, transferred epithet. Transferred epithet is defined as a poetic device in which an adjective is added before the name of a person or object in order to bestow positive or negative qualities to that object. So, melancholy, darkness, and dreamy fancies are here transferred epithet. If we talk about onomatopoeia, it is a poetic device in which certain words are used to denote real life sounds like hear, patter, and tinkle. Next, metaphor. As you all know, metaphor is a poetic device which compares two things or qualities which are unlike. So here we have in stanza 1, line 1, when the humid shadows hover, the little shadows actually means clouds. And stanza 2, line number 13 and 14, 1,000 recollections and weave their bright hues into the woof. So the poet compares his memories to the fabric that is being woven with many colorful threads together. Many colorful threads together means the dreams and the beautiful past memories. Stanza 3, line number 18, to survey her darling dreamers. Her darling dreamers in a metaphor for her children who are asleep and probably dreaming. So I hope you enjoyed. Please do and learn, read and learn the wonderful poem Rain on the Roof and try to find out these all poetic devices. Thank you. The roof